Japneet Kaur and welcome back to Desi in Canada. I hope you are all happy, healthy and fine. In this video, I will share some of the useful tips for saving money as an international student coming to Canada. So without wasting any time, let's start our video. So if you are coming to Canada, you know that your housing expense would be the biggest expense which will occur every month. You can't really save much money on rent. You can do share accommodation, but it is totally up to you. But you can save money if your rent includes Wi-Fi and your hydro bill, that is electricity bill. So I will recommend and I will suggest is that if you are looking for a house or an apartment or a basement, look for a place which already includes hydro and Wi-Fi bill. That way you will save a lot of money because Wi-Fi and hydro will cost a lot and it is an extra expense on the top of your rent. And many student housing does offer this facility. Now moving forward, you can save a lot of money if you will cook at home. I know nobody wants to hear that and cooking takes a lot of time, but you can actually save a lot of money if you will not eat out a lot. But keep in mind, I'm not saying that totally avoid eating out. If you have to, you can eat out, but try to cook as much as possible at home. You will save a lot of money because one meal at least costs $15 to $20, and I think it's very expensive if you try to get each meal of your day from outside. You should try to cook at home, and cooking at home should not be very difficult. You can purchase like rice cooker, slow cooker or food processor, which is a big investment initially, but it will save a lot of money. Try to buy the appliances in which you can throw everything and your meal will be ready by end of the day. And second, it is healthy. I will never tell you to compromise on your health. Your health is your priority. If you are healthy, then you can do a lot of work and you can study. But if your health is compromised, then these things become very difficult to do. So always eat healthy. Try to cook yourself. And the other tip is that you can use the app Flip. Flip is a very common app in Canada. You just have to download, which is available in your iOS and Android phone, and you can do price match by going to different grocery stores. So the concept in Canada is that there is no MRP, there is no fixed price in each store. So if you are looking to buy apples, apple price will be different at different store. For example, one store is giving out apples cheaper than another store. You can go to the store and you can do price match and get apples for cheaper price. So I didn't know about this. For almost like 1.5 years, I didn't know about this app. And when I was actually working at Walmart, I realized that there are many people who use this Flip app and they save a lot of. And the second tip among the grocery is that if you know that you might not cook a lot and you don't want to buy fresh produce, that is fresh vegetables and fresh fruits, you can do is buy frozen vegetables and frozen fruits. Firstly, frozen vegetables and frozen fruits are equivalent to fresh produce. But second, their shelf life is more. For example, if you are going to buy cauliflower but you are not sure whether you will get time enough to cook that within the week, and cauliflower may get spoiled after 1 week, what you can do is buy frozen cauliflower and it is already cut. So it will save you a lot of time because they are pre-cut and you just have to store them in the freezer, and when you have to use them, just take it out and cook your vegetable. So by this you can save a lot of money. So as we are talking about groceries, the third tip I would like to share is that don't only buy your fresh produce, that is fresh vegetables and fruits from Walmart. We have the thinking when we come to Canada, and I was also having that thinking that Walmart is the biggest grocery chain. And it is true, Walmart is one of the biggest grocery chain, but it is not very cheap, to be very honest. Unless you are doing price match, Walmart is very expensive. Food Basics, Freshco, No Frill, and there are many other grocery stores which are way cheaper than Walmart. So in my suggestion, you should look for Freshco, Food Basics and No Frill. And the fourth tip I want to share is that you can shop at thrift stores. So thrift stores basically carry items donated by other people. So don't get offensive here. It is normal to use second-hand product. You can buy a lot of good things at thrift store. For example, I always buy storage baskets or storage or organization containers from thrift store because they are way cheaper at thrift stores. There are Salvation Army, Value Village. There are many other thrift stores available at lots of locations. So you can actually go and purchase those items. And there is no tax on those items, which is a very good thing. Even if you are fond of reading books, there are many cheap books available at thrift store. You can buy books costing only $3 up to $5, which is way cheaper because books over here are very expensive. So you can buy lots of clothes, lots of home items at thrift store. But keep in mind that due to pandemic and due to strict restrictions in Ontario, thrift stores currently are closed. And the fifth tip I want to give is regarding clothing. So clothing can take a lot of money if you don't budget it properly. And I think most of us know is that there is Boxing Day sale, Christmas Day sale in Canada where you can shop for winter clothes at a discounted price. If you wait till December or January, you might not get what you want, so eventually you will overpay, because if you don't like something, why you will buy that, right? You should start looking for the items you want to buy from the end of November. Starting from the end of November, they almost keep the sale consistent. Only the items which are not getting sold out are heavily discounted by end of December. And if nobody is buying, I don't think so you will also want to buy those items. And the second suggestion within clothing which I would like to give is that, and nobody will tell you that, because I like to shop online a lot. Even before pandemic hit, I used to like to shop online. If you are buying clothes online, you can save a lot of money if you use promo codes. Now, where you can find those promo codes? You just have to Google. For example, you want to buy a top from H&M. Just Google, only Google H&M promo code in Canada. And there will be list of websites and coupon, Groupon. There are many websites where there are valid promo codes or coupons you can use at the checkout. Trust me, I have saved a lot of money doing this. It just takes 5 minutes more to just research about some coupons or promo codes, and you just have to Google it. I have saved like $15, or maybe I have got free shipping, or $20, 45% discount. There are so many coupons, and you may not get lucky every time, but most of the times you will get lucky and you can save a lot of money on the discounts you are already getting while you are shopping online. And the fifth tip is use your student discount wisely. So when you will come to Canada, you will have to set up account with the bank, right? Tell them that you are a student. In Canada, there are 6 major banks, and all these 6 major banks have monthly fees. But if you are a student, you will get discount and you will not charge any monthly fees. And they might give you additional bonus as well. So shop around when you are looking to set up an account. Shop around the banks you want to go for, and look at the banks which offer good student discount or which are offering some promotion to newcomers or students in Canada. And definitely they will waive off that monthly fees, and it can go up to $15. Those monthly fees can go up to $15 if you will not tell them that you are a student and you want a student account. With my bank, I had the student discount, and for almost 2 years I didn't pay any fees on my account. If we calculate $15 per month, may or may not be that much, but 15 multiplied by 12 is a lot. So that's a lot of money which you can save, and you don't need to give that money to banks. And another thing is that if you are looking for phone plans in Canada, tell them that you are a student. There are so many promotions for newcomers in Canada or for students in Canada particularly. Look for the phone plans which are giving some kind of benefits to the student, and you can save a lot of money. And another tip I want to give here is that you will not get a lot of interest on your saving account. If you are going with 6 major banks in Canada, you might not get a lot of interest on your saving account. That means if you will save money and you will keep that money in your saving account, you will not get any additional interest. Since you will not get a lot of interest if you will save money with the 6 major bank of Canada, that is RBC, Scotiabank, TD or CIBC Bank, and there are 2 other banks as well, you should shop around and look for an online bank which will offer you high interest rate on saving your money in the saving account. So mostly online banks will offer you high interest rate. It's not a lot, but at least it is more than the other 6 major banks in Canada. And I will provide you the names of all the 6 major banks of Canada in the description box. So you should shop around and look for the bank which will offer you high interest on the saving account. Second, you should do is that open a TFSA account, that is tax-free saving account. So with TFSA, you will not be taxed on saving money in that account. So I hope you like this video. If you have any suggestion or any tip on how to save money, please do comment in the comment section. I will love to read those tips and suggestions because I love to save money and it will be very helpful to me as well as other students who will be looking at those comments. So please do comment down, and again, if you like this video, please consider subscribing, like this video, share with your friends and family, and I will see you in another video. Till then, take care and bye bye.